Matthew.
Make that mistake again.
Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumor of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
And then with that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Bahashem,
Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kadash.
We're going to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Israel that rule well. Shalom to the Akiyam, Akwathiam, and Speckled Bird listening and learning. Shalom.
Shalom.
I'll read that for me again, and we're going to read that probably, probably going to jump around a little bit and say, read down to 14, and then 21 and 22.
Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumor of wars. See that ye be not troubled.
That's right.
For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
That's right. You're going to hear of wars and rumors of wars. Today I heard video after video of Iranian gunboats threatening U.S. helicopters, telling them if they come into Iranian waters that they're going to open fire. Okay? You have, there was a general, I believe it was, I think it was a general, maybe a colonel, was in one of the jets, a Russian soldier that was killed. Okay? They're talking about using tactical nukes. If Russia is invaded Poland, I believe it's, it was Poland, and there's another one that said that they're at war over there. I can't remember if it's not Danish, the Danes, but one of those other countries over in that area said that they are basically at war with Russia. It's a proxy war. Basically, they're giving weapons to the Ukrainians. So you're hearing more and more about the Chinese and the United States starting to bump heads a little more. Russia and the United States bumping heads a little more. The videos keep popping up of Chinese and Russian soldiers coming across. And I'm not saying Chinese and Russian soldiers with uniforms on. I'm saying Chinese and Russians that are of fighting age that may possibly be in the military coming across the Mexican-U.S. border. Okay? Getting on white buses and being taken somewhere. You see? Now, we've all seen movies like, what was that Bruce Willis movie, the second one? When there was Die Hard Part 2, where the soldiers were in a warehouse with all these guns and military equipment and shit. You see? You know, so the stages are being set. All right? The economy is getting ready to take a hit. The World Economic Forum, not the World, Slovakia. The BRICS, okay? The BRICS nations, man. Brazil, Russia, China, India, all of these people have created a currency that doesn't have anything to do with the U.S. currency, okay? Because they don't want to deal with this country anymore. That's why the United States is actually going to make some sort of fucking move to start a major war. Okay, so you're going to hear wars and rumors of wars, but that's not the end, because even if the fighting starts, okay, even if there's soldiers in Alaska fighting, even if there's soldiers fighting on the Mexican border, okay, if there's ships shooting at each other in the Atlantic Ocean outside of fucking Maryland, Ocean City, Maryland, and they can see ships burning, you know, okay. That doesn't mean that that's the end-all be-all. The end-all be-all is going to come when that CHIP gets mandated. And the brother, while I was sitting there waiting for the brother to get here, I was actually like, let me make a quick video, and I'm going to name it Between a Chip and a Hard Place. Because a whole lot of you fucking Negroes, man, that are in these Israelite camps, you would rather be in a hard place than telling everyone that those men at Great Millstone were right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? That fucking pride, that's going to kill you. Go ahead and read, brother.
Verse 7, for nations shall rise against nation,
Mm-hmm.
and kingdom against kingdom.
That's right.
And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places.
That's right. Famines and pestilence. Earthquakes. You had an earthquake and a goddamn hurricane in California just recently. Okay? I mean, what was that one of the first recorded hurricanes that hit California?
I'm not sure.
I know they said something about it's very rare for California to get hit by a hurricane. Okay? So these hurricanes, these pestilences, these famines, these things are going to get exponentially worse. Okay? I saw video after video of people complaining about how they can't afford food. Shit, the one video, there was a husband and wife. They forage. They go out in the woods, out in different areas, and they look for different herbs, okay, that they can eat. They also dumpster dive for food and shit, man. Okay? Because they can't afford to go to the fucking grocery store. They're paying a rent, they're paying a car notes and other different, but they can't afford to go into a grocery store when they can go pick the damn herbs and spices that they can find in the wild, man. You see? Which is going to cause another issue. Because a lot of times these people don't know what the fuck they're eating because there are certain things that look alike. Okay? Because you got wild lettuce, and if you know what wild lettuce looks like, you know it has spines on the back of the leaves, up the stem. There's spines. You would think that you can't eat that. But that's what wild lettuce looks like. But you have things that look like wild lettuce that'll get you sick as a fucking dog. See, I pay attention to those types of things because when I have to sleep in the goddamn bushes and wake up in a field, if I wake up to a couple wild lettuce plants, I'm going to know what it is because they got the spines on it. I'm going to tear it up. I'm going to rinse it off if I can, and I'm going to eat it. You see? Go ahead,
Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
That's right.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted.
That's right. They're going to deliver those that don't conform after all hell starts breaking loose, the tribulation, that between the chip and a hard place starts happening. Okay? When all of these things start happening, man, and the men of the Lord actually, those that stood stiffly for the name, those that stood stiffly for this truth, you know, and the Most High puts that spirit on them, they're not going to fold, man. They're not going to fold to this idea that these Edomites have, man. And they're going to be afflicted. They're going to be, and I just saw an IUIC video, the whole goddamn hood came and was ready to beat these dudes up for telling the truth. You know?
Yeah.
The whole goddamn neighborhood came out. Cussing, hollering, some old lady throwing a rock at him and shit. You know, this is what brothers are getting ready to have to deal with. You know? You see? That's the persecution that's coming. Go ahead, brother.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another.
That's right.
And shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise.
And them false prophets. What did I just get done saying between the chip and the hard place? And a brother made a really a valid point, man, about when the internet shuts down. About when we can't we can't make videos anymore. We can't go out on the block. You know why? Because there's going to be no one out there to show our videos, man. And we can get put to death by the police, and they wouldn't have a video of it.
Okay.
Because all of it's shut down. The internet, YouTube, TikTok. You see? So we can't go out on the street. So when you have all of those men out there that don't want to teach you the truth about the sea hit, guess what's going to happen? Those are going to be your false prophets, man. Because they're going to continue making their videos. For some odd reason, they're going to be allowed to put videos up. Okay? to fool the masses. And that's probably going to be one of the big things that they teach. That's not that shit them niggas was talking about. That's why they ain't on here no more. You see? And those people are going to get fooled into believing, you know, through the false prophets, that sea hip is a philosophy, that the sea hip is sleeping with the white woman, that the sea hip, that's out of here, Salaka, y'all, that sea hip, you know, is everything but what it really is. You see? Salaka, y'all, for them bees, man, they getting active out here. Look at them. And they stinging people too. My granddaughter got stung like 7 times, and my son-in-law he got stung like 20. Yellow jackets, man.
I seen the one brother put up a video real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
But he
the white boy.
Yeah, Esau going through it.
Esau going through it.
He getting stung all up. That's what funny as hell.
He started spraying his head and shit. I saw that, yeah. Yeah, that was funny as hell, man. But you know, back to this the truth, man. You know, of the matter. You know, a lot of these groups are going to continue teaching that the sea hip is not what it's supposed to be taught. Mm-hmm. Okay, and a lot of people are going to be fooled. They're going to take it, you know, and then they're going to find out that they fucked up. What's that saying they have now? You fucked around and found out? Mm. That's what's going to happen to a lot of our people, man. You know? They're going to find out that they were dealing with a false prophet. Mm. You see? And they're going to die. Go ahead.
And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many.
Mm-hmm.
And because iniquity shall abound,
yep, the
love of many shall wax cold.
That's right. All hell is going to be breaking loose, and nobody ain't going to give a shit about nobody. Okay? And if you don't know the name Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, then you ain't one of my daughters or my mother-in-law. Guess what? You know, because they don't got no husbands. You know? So they're more than welcome to come hang out with me. You know, my daughters, you know? But all these other people out here, man, they're going to be going for it, man. They're going to be doing a lot of killing, man, to get what they want or what they need. Okay? It's just simple as that, man. That's that iniquity shall abound. You know, that's sin upon sin, man. You can't get away from not sinning because you're going to be out here killing, raping, robbing, murdering, you know, stealing. You know, it's going to be sin upon sin upon sin upon sin, man. Continual. See? Go ahead, brother.
But he that shall endure unto the end,
mm-hmm,
the same shall be saved.
That's right. He that endureth till the end, the same shall be saved. Do you have anything else on that, brother?
Last verse.
Yep,
well,
ahead,
not the last verse, but
mm-hmm,
verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world.
That's right.
For a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
And that's what's happening right now. Okay? It's being preached the whole way. It's being preached over the whole earth, man.
You want me to jump down to 21?
Yeah, 21 and then hit 29 to 31. Yep.
Okay. Mathew 24:21. For then shall be great tribulations, such as was not since the beginning of the world.
That's right.
To this time.
Mm-hmm.
No, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh be saved.
Yep.
But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
That's right, and that's what's going to take place, man. These days are not going. When this thing goes down, me and the brother were talking before the camp, and we were talking about how this economy is going to change so rapidly. Like we're starting to see a lot of businesses talking about closing, mm-hmm, a lot of restaurants talking about closing. So when this currency that's being pushed by the BRICS actually is looked at by these other countries that are they're still dealing with the dollar, and they start dropping the dollar like it's hot, mm-hmm, you're going to see businesses that are working fucking 60, 70 hours overtime, okay? They're gonna go from forcing people to work overtime, 60, 70 hours, to closed, okay? Like, people are gonna show up for work and the doors are gonna be locked and the lights are gonna be the fuck off, okay? There may not even, what's that trucking company? That trucking company, what the hell was that trucking company? About a week or so ago, 30,000 people got laid off, just out of the blue. I can't remember. It's been open for like it's been around for like 70, 80 years.
Oh,
shit. I don't think it was yellow. Damn, what the hell? Let me see if I can find that. Because that's what's getting ready to take place, man. Alright, let me see here. 30,000. These, man. Oh, here we go. Yep, it was yellow. Yellow trucking. And it's laid off 30,000 U.S. workers as it ceases operations. That was just a week or so ago, man. You know, and I'm sure I saw when I was out there driving trucks, I saw a lot of yellow freight trucks, man. You know, on Saturdays. You know, I worked every Saturday when I was driving. But it's like, hey man, look at 30,000 people just in one goddamn shot, one company. And this is going to happen nationwide, and it's going to be tens of thousands of people that are going to get laid off immediately. You know, there's going to be no way that the unemployment systems, alright motherfucker, there's going to be no way that the unemployment systems are going to be able to keep up with all the people calling in claims, man. You're going to have people going without money. If they don't have any savings, they're going to be on the streets. You know, after a couple months, because those the COVID restriction mandates and restrictions and all that shit, people can't kick you out of your home. People can't do this. They can't do that. That shit is out the door because they ended all of those things. What about in May? I think it was.
That, yeah. It was not too long ago.
Yeah, so in May when they said, okay, COVID's over, we're done. You know, you can start kicking people out their house.
Right.
They're not bringing that shit back, man, this time. They're not bringing all that back. You know? You see? You people are in for a big surprise, man. And that's why this thing, when I say it's going to happen fast, it has to happen fast, because if it doesn't, and the Most High doesn't come and get us, then, you know, like the scripture said, man, those that endure to the end. And being as though those that endure to the end, if I don't cut this time short, this is what the Most High is saying, if I don't cut the time short, then there's no flesh to be saved. There will be no elect to be saved. So he has to do it that way. It's going to happen it's going to happen fast. Okay? You see? You got any more on that?
Yep, jumping down, Matthew 24 and 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from the heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven.
That's right. All of these things are going to happen over a period of probably weeks. Okay? All hell is going to break. The war is going to start. The sea hip's going to be instituted. Okay? There's going to be murder, death, kill, steal, rape out here. All right? You see? And then the son of Man is going to show up, man. Yahweh Shai is going to show up in a big ass chariot. I was watching, I think the brothers were in, was it Milwaukee, Wisconsin, or somewhere in Kansas, I think. Hey brother, this chariot was big as hell. It was in a cloud, and you can see the lights.
Oh, you sent it to me.
Yeah, you seen that?
Yeah.
Man, look, and that ain't the Father shit. That ain't the Father shit. Shit, the shit that Yahushua was in, there was millions of Israelites walking across the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Millions. They had light at night and shade during the day. That's how big that damn chariot was. Esdras even said, where in the hell did they carve that mountain?
Exactly.
You
I was about to say
understand
that.
what
That's
I'm
the
saying?
spirit,
He said, wait a minute. He said, this man flew up onto the mountain. He flew up on top of this ship, the chariot. And the mountain removed itself from its place. The mountain removed itself from its place. This is what's coming for you, Esau. Okay? Matter of fact, we're gonna go to that. Ecclesiasticus 10 and 7 in a hot second. Okay? 10 and 10. Because Yahushua is coming to get rid of you, man. He's coming to remove you from your seat. Alright? He's coming to remove your crowns, man, from your heads. All you fucking nations that had your hands on the children of Israel. Okay? You got any more on that?
Come.
Go ahead, bro.
And the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven.
That's right.
With power and great glory.
That's right, with power and great glory, man. Because like I just said, man, the one chariot that the brother saw over in, I believe it's Kansas, okay, that chariot was big. It had to be, it probably couldn't land, it could probably land in inside of a professional football stadium. Maybe. Okay? Because I couldn't see the real scale of it, but I did see how far apart the lights when they flashed, that thing was big as hell. But when Esdras said that the chariot that Yahushua flew, that angel flew back up on, or Yahushua flew back up on, he thought it was a mountain that flew away. So that's power beyond your fucking imagination, man, when you see something like that come into your atmosphere, man.
Yeah.
You see? And then you're going to have a mile-long ships, you know, coming into the atmosphere, flying over. Hey, man, listen. You people are getting ready to find out. He's coming for you, man. He's coming for the other nations. He coming for the 2/3. And I don't want no smoke. Because I know what's getting ready to happen. You know? I done had too many damn dreams. I done woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and seen too many angels. You know? Standing outside my door. I know what I could see the colors on their garments. I can see the colors on. See, this guy want to play now, don't he? You know what I'm saying? I used to hit them nunchucks back in the day, boy. You know, I'm gonna light your ass up. You see? You know, that's what's getting ready to take place, man. Like I said, I don't want no smoke. I seen too much. I had too many dreams, man, and they're vivid. You got any more out?
Yep.
Go ahead, brother.
Matthew 24 and 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to the other.
That's right, from one end of the earth to the other, man. You see? He's going to gather his elect, the remnant, that small number. You know? Those that stood stiffly for the name, man. You know, those young ladies, those older ladies that believe and help the prophets. You know? Any young men that helped the prophets but weren't out there teaching, or believe and weren't out there teaching but helped the prophets. You see? You know, these people, man, there's scriptures on that. If you give a prophet a glass of water, then his reward will be the same for you, man. You see? Man, look, I'm gonna have to start burning some spray down this motherfucker. These bees ain't playing, bro. Yeah. But you got any more on that, bro?
Oh, that was it.
All right, grab. We can get up. We're gonna have to get the hell up out of here, brother. There's got to be a hive around here somewhere. So sorry, y'all, Salakia, y'all, but we're gonna get this. Let's go to Ecclesiastes or Sirach 10 and start at 7.
Yep.
And we'll read 16, and then that we're gonna call it, brother, because I don't want to get stoned.
And you don't want to kill him.
Yeah, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Ecclesiasticus 10 and 7. Pride is a hateful before Yahushua and man. And by both does one commit iniquity.
That's right.
Read down to what?
16.
Because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches got by deceit.
That's right. Unrighteous dealing, riches got by deceit, man. That's the nation of Edom. You know, they went to all these countries and gave them their monopoly money. You know, that's riches gotten by deceit, man. Stealing all of the resources and selling them for unimaginable prices. Shit, even sometimes back to that nation where they got them. Go ahead, brother.
The kingdom is translated from one people to the other.
That's right. That kingdom that is being talked about is the kingdom of heaven. Now, this is Esau's heaven, which is our hell. Okay? Hell is a condition played out on earth. Okay? And we're getting ready, the kingdom is being translated. So when you talking about a kingdom being translated from one people to another, what has to happen to the kingdom that's in power? It has to be taken out of power. How is America being taken out of power right now? By the loss of their currency. Okay? See? I just ran out of space. I'm good, though. I'll just record yours. But see, that's what's happening. The kingdom's being translated from one people to another. Go ahead.
Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
That's right, a covetous man. And what does Esau covet? He covets what he sees, man. That's what any man covets, what he sees, and then he desires to have it. And that's what Esau does. He desires to have the rocks that create electricity. He desires to have that mountain of gold. He desires to have the oil in these other countries. You see? So he's a covetous man. Go ahead.
For such an one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels.
That's right.
He casteth away his bowels. The physician cutteth off a long disease.
The physician is Yahushua, and the disease is Esau. Go ahead.
And he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die.
That's right. Today, the Rothschilds, DuPonts, Bilderbergers, Gettys, King Charles, Trump, all these fucking elites, all these rich people, they think that they sit in a seat of a king, man. They're even boasting of being gods on the earth. Okay? So today, he that is a king, because Yahushua is coming to cast away that long disease, which is the so-called white man, the elites, and then the peons that don't even know what the fuck is going on. When he casts them off, they're going to die. Okay? Go ahead.
For when a man is dead, he shall inherit creeping things.
That's right.
Beasts and worms. The beginning of a pride is when one departed from Yahushua.
That's right, when one departed from Yahushua. And that's the Bible, or the Holy Scriptures, the Edomites, man, they despise it. You know, they used it for their good, you know, but now they despise it. They say that it's a fairy tale. It's not true. Okay? All right, go ahead.
And his heart is turned away from his maker.
His heart is turned away from his maker. That's Esau, man. The spirit of the serpent in the garden, Cain. You know, that knew about the law, statutes, and commandments, but still didn't use meat, sacrifice any meat. He used grains and stuff from the earth, man. And that wasn't how you're supposed to sacrifice to the Most High. Abel's was accepted because that's what he did. You know, Esau, he gave away his birthright and then cried. He gave it away for what? Raw, red-ass meat, which is against the law, statutes, and commandments, and he knew that. But he did it anyway, so he despised his blessing. So Esau, he's perverse in that way, so he continues to despise his blessing. You know? He continues to be a perverted man. He's that vessel created for destruction. Go ahead.
Beautiful. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abominations.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore Yahushua brought upon them strange calamities,
That's right.
and overthrew them utterly.
That's right, and that's what the Most High is going to do again. He did it in Egypt the first time that we were taken out of captivity. Okay, and experienced spiritual Sodom in Egypt. Okay, he's getting ready to send them strange calamities again. All right, through all the hell that's going to be taking place on this earth. And a lot of these elites aren't going to make it into those underground bunkers. Some of them are going to get caught up. Okay, go ahead.
Yahushua hath cast down the thrones of the proud princes,
Mm-hmm.
and set up the meek in their stead.
That's right, and that's what he's doing right now. He's setting the meek up in the stead of those that are abominable, that are full of pride, man. You see? Go ahead,
And Yahushua hath plucked up the roots of the proud nations,
Mm-hmm.
and planted the lowly in their place.
That's what's going on. The kingdom being translated from one people to another. Okay?
That was in my head.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You see?
And
You
the
know,
meek shall
it
inherit
all
the
makes
earth.
sense.
Yeah, and the meek shall inherit the earth.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know? The lowly are going to inherit this place, man.
Mm.
Not the DuPonts, Bilderbergers, Rothschilds, Gettys, Oppenheimers. They're not going to inherit. They're not going to be able to call themselves gods, man, on this earth. The Most High ain't going to allow it. You see, because they're full of pride, man, and pride is full of being full of pride is being full of abominable things, man. Okay, go ahead.
And Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, overthrew countries of the heathen, and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth.
That's right, and that's what's taking place right now. He's going to take, and it's in the book of Daniel, that he sat on a throne wearing the crowns of all these nations, man.
Mm.
Why does it say that? Because that's what Yahushua is coming to do, Isaiah 63rd chapter. He's going to come down here and destroy these people,
Yeah.
okay? He's going to take their crowns and make them slaves to his people, man.
Yeah, it's a representation of him taking down the kingdom. Because if you ever watch wars and shit, right, and that one king takes over another king's kingdom,
Yep.
he takes his crown,
Yeah,
You know
takes
what I
his
mean?
crown, takes his soldiers, takes his people.
spoils, right?
Yeah,
Kind.
and then he tells them, yo, your soldiers are going to fight for me. We're going to go take some more shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially the Vikings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see? And that's what's getting ready to take place.
Mm-hmm.
You got anything else on
Yeah,
that?
that was it.
You good?
Yeah, that was it.
All right, well, with that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kakadash.
Again, double honors to the apostles and elders of Israel that rule well. Shalom to the Akim, Aquatim, and Speckled Bird listening and learning. Shalom.
Shalom.